180. So don't say nothing.
Slam. 80. Crunch. 80. Crunch.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
80. Slam. Go.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Preston Brown in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. And now past another. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. They're able to locate Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Nice, sweetheart. Sponge.
Ballage. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Check 99.
Now Ballage. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Defense all day.
Middle.
Now Rosen. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
180. All day, just like that. Just like that.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Joe Mixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 44, Driscoll throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know back in the good old days, just about every team was constructed to power run to the right side. We just saw a pitch to the right side that worked pretty well.
It's easier going to the right than the left?
It just used to be very simply that the right side was always the power side. I think that's just one of those old things. I'm not sure it's still the same, but on that play, it certainly felt like we were back to the future.
Yeah, and it worked. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run it with Balaj. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Gets it 3rd and 2.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Hey, quarter. Hug, hug, hug.
Rosen just getting the snap off and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 36, 36.
Protein spill.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They're going to look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen over the middle here to Wilson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Driscoll steps away to his left. And it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Double dog, double dog. That's the
To throw is Rosen. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Hey, Delta.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
My 52.
Let's go, D.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So that PI call will give him one more play.
It'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Mixon. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5. But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 4-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has an alter when he does.
And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Take it at the 37. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Mixon with a first down carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 10-yard line.
Set. 180. 52 right here. 52. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting set.
Third down.
Back now in Miami. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
I smell fear in that offense. Monday.
Rosen from his end zone on 3rd and long. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Bengals take over the first down at their own 14-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Mixon on the draw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now an open man, that's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the 38, Driscoll. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Everyone's got 4 down.
52's an alert.
And now it's Rosen looking. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now, the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So a chance there goes by the wayside. That one just didn't have enough leg to get there.
Yeah, and it would have given them a lead here in the 4th quarter. And those are the ones that keep you up at night when you don't have enough distance. I wonder if maybe did his foot hit the ground first? Did he not get enough of the ball? He's going to be thinking about that one.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rosen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you just hold a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need? Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's happened to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Rosen to a knee, and that ought to do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applies.